Now, a weather update from meteorologist Tim Jones and Nebraska Weather TV.
Good morning, everybody. I am meteorologist Tim Jones. Thank you for joining me here on Nebraska Weather TV. Now, just keep in mind, this recorded forecast will be fairly long because there's a lot to unbox in the forecast here in the coming couple days. We're talking about a lot of different elements. So if you need the most updated forecast in a very convenient manner to get it, download my free Nebraska Weather TV mobile app. It'll track you anywhere you go. If you have travel plans, this is a big travel week, and travel is going to be an issue this week for sure. So go to the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, if you have an app or an Apple phone, and just search in Nebraska Weather TV, and it's easy to download. Really no setup involved with it either. So again, if you're using it, thank you so much for using my app, and it really, really helps. So let's start with all the information. There's a lot to go through, starting with the active weather alerts. And if we look at the east, including Omaha, Lincoln, and Beatrice, the Tri-Cities, that those counties shaded in blue, that is a winter storm watch. And we may have blizzard conditions. We may see over the next 48 hours some of these turned into blizzard watches and warnings because of the wind, the low visibility potential, as well as snowfall and all that. So, and of course the wind speed. But with that, we're going to have dangerous overnight lows Wednesday morning and Thursday morning into Friday morning, as well as dangerous wind chills. So we've got a whole gamut of advisories out there right now. Anything from a wind chill advisory, wind chill watch, winter storm watch. We don't need to get into the semantics. Just know, and I'm going to break this down here in my next graphic. Here's what you need to know less than 72 hours out. We'll go down bit by bit here. There is potential for accumulating snow Wednesday into Thursday. Now, when I say Wednesday night, I'm really talking here for the Tri-Cities, the south central part of the state, and the east. But this snowfall is going to start earlier than that in the Panhandle and the northwestern part of the state. With this storm, we'll see wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. That's going to cause blowing snow and potentially blizzard conditions. Now, bullet point number 3, Thursday highs will be in the low single digits to below zero. That'll actually be the case on Wednesday in some areas as too. And then we look at Thursday morning and Friday morning, wind chills as low as 50 below. So if you have travel, I-70, I-80, I-29, I-35, any of the interstates in Illinois and Indiana, potentially as well as Wisconsin and Michigan, are going to be difficult, if not impossible. Excuse me, if you're going to the west of Grand Island and Kearney, as well as to North Platte, into Wyoming or Colorado, that's going to be an issue Wednesday into Thursday, maybe into Friday. But again, I'm trying to generalize things right now until we kind of work this out. So here's a main thing. If you get a lot of your forecast information on social media, including Facebook, where you might be watching this video right now on Facebook, keep in mind that Facebook doesn't always show you the most up-to-date information. So always look at the timestamp, the date, the timestamp of when that information is you're sharing. It might be outdated. With all my posts on social media, if it's outdated, I put it at the top of the headline, outdated posts. That means there is an updated forecast out there for you to seek out. The problem is I don't have any control whether you see it or not unless you subscribe to my page. It's a couple bucks a month, and that will guarantee you always get my latest forecast. So let's go through the 7-day forecast. It's going to be a little different with the forecast in terms of west to east. As we start out in the Panhandle, notice how the snow chances come in on Wednesday. Now, that won't be the case when we look at the 7-day forecast for the east. Look at those overnight temperatures, Wednesday into Thursday, Thursday into Friday, almost 30 below zero Wednesday into Thursday, and then it's very, very close to that Thursday into Friday. And then we start to rebound by the end of the forecast period back to the 30s. So that's how things look out there. Moving slightly to the east here, we're looking at McCook, Imperial, North Platte. Not a lot different here, although the overnight lows are only in the teens. But again, this does not account for the wind chills during this time frame as well. Snow chances better out that way on Wednesday, not so much on Thursday. For the Tri-Cities, notice how we're looking at about overnight lows in the teens here, mid-teens, give or take. Our snow chances begin on Wednesday and carry into Thursday, probably early on Thursday, but we're going to maintain some blowing snow, whatever we get out of this, even after the snow moves out. Much of the same here for Broken Bow, Ord, and Thedford as well. Highway 2 corridor is going to be nearly impossible to travel from Grand Island through Ravenna, Caro, Ravenna, Ansley, all the way up to Broken Bow to Thedford. So keep that in mind Wednesday into Thursday. Up to the north, well, look at it's going to be just as chilly up there, minus teens for overnight lows, and we'll see daytime highs not much better than that either. And of course, as we look back to the northeast, we're looking at much different here. The snow chances really pick up later on Wednesday and carry through Thursday, depending on how the system tracks. And then we're looking at the far east, Lincoln, Beatrice, and southeast, rather, Falls City. We're looking at much of the same. So we're all in for very, very chilly, frigid conditions Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with those dangerous wind chills. Our highs today on Monday look to be in the mostly anywhere from the single digits to the far north, the teens and 20s up to the west, and the 20s and 30s in the south central and back off to the east. Overnight will be chilly. This is just the precursor of what to come. If you're up in Cherry County or in Ainsworth or O'Neill, well, you're all going to be chilly. That includes the Panhandle, where you still have that fresh snowpack from last week's storm, and that'll just reinforce the cold temperatures. We won't be quite as bad. We'll be above zero in the Tri-Cities in the east and southeast, and our highs tomorrow are generally only in the teens, single digits up to the north. It's not going to be great. And let's run the forecast through here. You can see that a chance for snow today in the far east and southeast, a couple inches of accumulation potentially, light fluffy snow, easy to blow around. And then there's that snow coming into the picture as we get into Wednesday to Thursday. So this is going to change a bunch of times between now and then. We know there's a snowstorm. We know there's going to be accumulating snowfall, widespread. We know there's going to be winds, dangerous overnight lows, and dangerous wind chills carrying overnight and through the day, all the way through Friday. Now we just kind of have to tweak the forecast in terms of the accumulating snow and the placement and the exact track of the storm. That'll happen over the next 48 hours. That's why it'll be important to keep abreast with the latest forecast changes. So in the meantime, have a great Monday, as best of a Monday as you can have. Thanks for watching this. I know it's an extendedly long forecast, but I think there's a lot of good information in here, and I'll post more updates throughout the day.